With the reflection. He is a PlumOrchid. It's beautiful. What a
He's a natural PlumOrchid in the halls of a gaming convention.
All right, game
one.
one.
They're going straight
right into
it
for Smashville. Mario Ike is a weird matchup. I feel like Mario's going to struggle against Ike just disjoint, but Fireballs can throw a wrench in Ike just because he's slow enough where he has to interact with them, and then it's like enough time for Mario to get positioned.
Yeah, Nation's actually done this matchup quite a bit in like early 3.6 days because we used to have Fracture be very active, and Fracture did very well against Nation. They would split sets. That's so many times.
So he's got the experience, and then it's just like you also see that he there is a slight struggle where it's like Ike can easily.
I can just wall out Mario, and those fireballs don't really do much to Ike because Ike's sword just like hits through the fireballs.
No, right, exactly. Like his nair is gigantic. It comes out relatively quickly, and it takes up a lot of space. So that's a good check to Fireball, but still forcing the interactivity with Fireball allows Mario to like just kind of establish his own pacing in neutral, where he can like weasel his way in around the disjoint.
Yeah, we saw PlumOrchid just got that advantageous position because he fared through a fireball and hit Nation along with it. Ooh, but this is going to be very tough for PlumOrchid to actually reestablish getting back to stage. But Nation goofed up his movement a little. Yeah, the Smashville platform definitely had a lot of interaction there. It was just like people were like, where are you going? I don't know, I'm nervous. I did notice that there was a dropped edge guard there from PlumOrchid. He seemed to hold ledge a little bit too long and then had no respect for the burst movement of up B from Mario, which really is pretty fast. It's scary because it's invincible on startup too. So you can't like trade with it at the beginning. You have to wait until it's like midway through the actual up B until you can actually hit him.
Yeah, I usually just like try to hold ledge and hope he lands on stage and then hit him with like a bear or something.
And the knockback from up B also hits you super far away. And if you're not careful, you can get stage spike from it.
You definitely get bonked. You bonk fast too.
So fast.
It's like you'd be like 10%. And you're like, oh, I got hit. It's like the armpit hit of FD where you go like straight down too. Oh, that was such a clutch fireball from Nation. PlumOrchid was like frames away from hitting him with a fair, but the fireball just like stopped him. Ooh, good up angle F smash there to cover the DI. That was actually really good. Ooh, drops the ledge. Don't know if I. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I agree with the ledge jump counter. Because even if he like got hit, you still fall. The lag, yeah, you would just die anyway. Maybe he wanted to land on stage, but even then, it's just like.
I feel like you wanted side B and he just misinputted down B.
That might be it. Good call. You're smarter than me. You got a PM ranking for a reason. Oh.
Nation doing very well right now, though. He's not really letting PlumOrchid.
He's just boxing him. Where did it go? Hello?
Did we? Okay, we're back. We lost visuals for a second, but PlumOrchid's having a very hard time just like finding a kill move onto Nation. Because right now he can't really combo into kill moves. He has to get a straight hit like that one.
I just like that. I just like jabbing Mario. Like he's like an angry New Yorker. He's like, yeah, you want to go?
Like, just boxing in.
Just punching him in the face, and Ike's like, dude, stop. Oh, there's the launching hitbox. The initial hitbox of Ike's up B has like a specific set weight launch.
Yeah. So
he can combo with the rest of the hit, but if it hits you and not into the rest of the hits, you just kind of go flying a specific distance based on the your character's weight.
Yeah, but Ike, some days it looks like he has a really good recovery, and then some characters just make Ike's recovery look so bad. Which I feel like Mario would have tools to be able to edge guard, because one thing about Ike's up B is that while he throws a sword up, there's a hitbox, but as the sword's spinning, there's no hitbox there. Yeah. So you can actually hit Ike right before he grabs the sword, and then he doesn't have a jump, and so he can only side B back to stage.
And side B is another one of those things where if they have to side B from far out, you just kind of put yourself in between him and the ledge, and you throw a hitbox out. So you either hit him or he tries to hit you with quick draw, and then he falls and dies anyway.
Yep. We just saw a little DI mix-up from Ike there. I forget which throw that was. It was either forward throw or back throw, but it's super quick, and if you catch someone DIing in, you get to quick draw, jump, turn around, bear to get the kill. Ooh, didn't get the sweet spot. If you got the sweet spot, I think PlumOrchid is just dead.
I like that he's converting a lot off of Fireball into like descending up air, and he's like waiting to do the up air long enough to see that the Fireball connects before he does it, because otherwise he's just landing and trying to move away from Ike. So I like the awareness there from Nation to be patient with how he finds his opening.
Oh, that's such a good B reverse Fireball, because it got on the other side of PlumOrchid, and Ike has not that good of out of shield options, especially behind him.
Yeah, and if you're tall, he can maybe back air, but Mario's a pretty stubby dude.
And especially if Mario's crouching. And if you shield too, like you're not you're not hitting him with anything.
Yeah, definitely. Ike definitely suffers from the Fire Emblem. My sword's in front of me.
Kind of hard to like swing my sword backwards,
especially when it's that big. When you got a
that's a heavy sword he's got there.
Dude, two-hander claymore. It's like a 30-pound blade. That's like ridiculous, dude.
But we're going to Battlefield.
I don't know if I agree with the stage pick. I don't think this is like a necessarily super strong Ike stage. I think smaller is better, but maybe he wants like the top platform for Waveland movement.
Yeah, usually Ikes do want walls, but so does Mario.
Yeah.
I think Mario benefits more off wall than Ike does because of B-reverse fireball.
I think having access to quick draw like wall jump is really important for being able to like stall your recovery long enough where Mario has to commit to something and you can get away from him.
Yeah.
So I think the longevity is way more important for Ike, especially with how we saw game 1 go, where he kind of was getting caught at the ledge.
Yeah. Well, he didn't exactly die from edge guards. It was only that the last stock he actually died from not being able to recover.
True.
So like that wasn't exactly the issue. He just probably needed like a little bigger blast zones to help him survive a bit more.
And he can't be doing that ledge jump counter anymore.
Yeah, that too.
Big back air. All right. He's got the lead. Let's see what he wants to do. He does. Okay. There.
That.
All right. Never mind.
Those counters last much longer than I always think they should.
I feel like he heard me and he's like, I'm doing it now. Yeah, you know, you're wrong.
Just to prove a point.
I'm right. You're wrong.
It's a good option, Peach.
I'm the Ike man.
I know what I'm doing.
But that's always interesting to me to see, like, when an opponent takes, or like when a player takes a lead or whatever, and then it's just like, what do you do when you're waiting for your opponent to deal with invincibility? And Ike going to ledge to me is like, I don't know if I agree with that. When that's what he chose, and it's just like you just gave up center control to Mario. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Not the wisest choice.
Yeah. Especially when you're giving yourself.
Oh, great cape. That's what I was talking about. He saw the sword was spinning. He just ran up, caped him. So right when he went to go grab the sword, he got turned around from the cape.
Yeah, this is still a pretty close game, though. It's definitely a little bit closer than last game, but it still feels like Nation's playing more confidently.
Yeah, but he has no resources, but very good early up B from Nation, able to let him get back and hit PlumOrchid, trying to punish the no resources from Nation.
Ooh, there's that big fair. He doesn't really have to contest. He's like, your moves won't trade with me. I'm just big. Forward is such a devastating move too for Mike, just because like no matter where it hits, like if you hit base, it's just a meaty like Ganon-ish hit, and then if you hit like tipper, it's like almost a semi-spike angle where it's just like devastating. And you could DI up all you want, but when you're that far out, even if you lived it, it's like
you're getting pushed so far off stage, and he used a jump and a down B just to be able to get that high.
Yeah, there's just nowhere to go. Ike definitely feels like a character where sometimes there's just nowhere to go. And that's like the most satisfying thing when you're playing as him. It's just like, you got nowhere to go, and I got a big sword, and I lived.
Yeah. One thing I wonder if PlumOrchid will try to take advantage of. Nation blows his jump off stage a ton, and Ike is really good at like punishing that, because if you see a jump, you just go and like tip him with your fair, and then he got pushed a little further off, and now he has no jump.
Yeah, and it's just like down B will get you some like upwards thing, but it's like it's better as like a stall to like keep your height as you move a little bit in, and then double jump up B. And so it's just like, yeah, it's a losing battle for Mario in that situation, absolutely.
Because what Mario wants to do, he wants to try to get as high as possible, so he mixes up how he recovers, like when he's gonna throw a fireball, when he's gonna air dodge, and he can up B anytime during that if he ever feels threatened by the opponent to try to just like combo break out of it, and just try to hit his opponent away so he can come back to stage.
I don't like the charging quick draw in neutral there, especially when you're dealing with a projectile character who is willing to use his projectiles.
Yeah.
Ooh. See, we're seeing like almost sharking here from PlumOrchid, where he's putting himself in a position where he'll have the ground and then Mario will be above him, and he'll throw the nair. But it's just like he'll throw a random nair to like eat some space, and Mario or Nation will just go to the side platform and be like, okay, I'm back down.
Yeah, I really like how Nation's playing this though. He's playing a lot of hit and run. He's just like poking PlumOrchid, and then he's just like running away because he just doesn't want to deal with like any of Ike's stuff.
And I think a lot of that is it does have to do with PlumOrchid not like really establishing himself as in positional advantage when he gets it. So Nation was like, yeah, I'm just gonna run away, and then you're not letting me, you're not punishing me for going to the platform, so see ya.
Yeah, Nation just like didn't want to deal with like any sort of crouch cancel shenanigans. So he's just like building out that percent